Alrighty, everyone, and welcome back to the American Sim Racer Racing Tour and the playoffs. In the booth here tonight, as always, Matt J. But we got back up here tonight for this one. We got our partner in crime back once again. Dakota, you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How's it going today?
Going well. You ready for some Daytona action?
Oh, yeah. I always love me some Daytona action, especially if it's action-packed, man.
All right, rolling into the playoffs here tonight. Let's quickly take a look at those point standings as they changed from last time out. And again, taking a look right there on top of the board. Daniel Holloway going to jump to the race lead. He got it away to the points lead. He got it away from Richard there last week. Will Weber dropped to third as well. That's big to be able to jump into the points lead at this stage of the year, Dakota, as we're coming down to the final few races of the year.
Yeah, especially in the closing races, you definitely want to get that points lead, as it's definitely going to be helpful. As long as he's able to maintain the points lead, though, that's what's really going to matter here after this race tonight.
Alrighty, and again, for you guys at home, we've got about 5 weeks of racing left here in the ASR Tour. Well, right now, field is lined up, jammed up, and ready to go. Let's quickly look at the starting lineup for tonight. Dalton Gibson, the playoff car, with Eddie Morris to his outside the front row. Daniel Holloway, your points leader, coming in tonight, third. And Will Weber, fourth. Fifth going to be Caro and Zachary Stevens. Todd Poston and Noah Davis. This is going to be Chase Greer and Mr. Ethan Horst. And then Matthew Williamson and Guy back there to 12th. Russell Hancock and Grayson. Tommy Cook and Brad Sexton. Row number 9, Kirby and Darius. Gary and Mr. Robert Dummendack there as well. Jonathan. Matt bringing up the tail of the field. Okay. Well, it is time to go again here at Daytona. Next gen cars tonight. Dakota, what do you know about the drafting in the next gen cars, man?
It takes at least 3 cars to get a solid draft here. You cannot get hooked to somebody's bumper with just 2 cars. That is a major flaw with these next gen cars, in my opinion, but I think it's got something to do with how the ride heights work on this. You don't really seal the splitter to the ground like you do in many of the other vehicles, and it just really plays a big role in being able to make the lines work and stuff.
Yeah, I noticed that on Sunday. You could not, even with 3 cars, it made it really difficult, even with 3. And it's almost like we hear the talk, don't push the pusher. You almost have to push the pusher a little bit in these cars.
In these cars, you kind of have to have a 3-car push. I mean, the third car doesn't have to necessarily stay on the bumper, but you definitely need that aero push from the third car to make these cars go full speed here.
It's almost like a little love taps, right?
Yeah.
So what I noticed is if I was that second car in line, I could get that love tap, right, and shoot out there. But if they stayed on my bumper, it got really, really free, really, really quick.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
All right, here we go. We're up to speed. Let's go. Are you ready to do this, man? We're getting up to speed already. Down into turn 1. What would be your plan here early? Just keep it nice and calm?
My plan here early is going to be survive and take it easy. As, we have several laps here, and if you don't make it to the end of the race, there's no chance you're going to get good points and a good finish, so.
Yeah, survive, don't do anything stupid, right? That's kind of the goal of the night for everybody here. And right now you see Daniel Holloway right there on the back bumper to 17. And you're seeing the 2-car tandem here, but again, both lanes have that third car back there to kind of provide some help. Whoa!
Yeah, we're seeing some big wiggles out the top lane there. And they were able to get it back straight. Luckily, no harm, no foul, but you gotta be careful making moves like that, as you can cause a big wreck.
Yeah, that could have been really, really bad, really, really quick. 2 laps on the board already. And again, it's not going to take long making these big moves here tonight. I tell you one thing, these cars do not look stable at all, Dakota.
No, these cars are kind of sketchy, especially if you're pushing hard, depending on what kind of set you're running.
Hopping on board just to look around here. Yeah, they are very, very, very sketchy here tonight. They are not able to hold a smooth line really at all. Man, that's a lot of movement, man.
Hopefully, as things get settled down here, these drivers will be holding a little bit of a better line, as they're kind of just pushing a little early to test the waters, I feel.
Well, and I think early on here, you want to just get in line and ride, especially if you're a points leader at Daniel Holloway. There's literally no reason to get up there and really duke it out.
Oh yeah, especially considering he's sitting P2 right now in a very comfortable spot. I mean, he doesn't really have to push too hard. The outside line isn't fully formed. They're kind of falling back at the moment, so he's just on cruise control at the moment, as many of these other drivers are on the inside here.
10-4. What's the difference here running a league like this where you are running a speedway every week, right? Does that kind of get you in the rhythm of doing this style of racing?
Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of people think this style of racing is super easy, but there's a lot more complex things that factor in here, such as like the draft and when to use it and how to carry the momentum to give someone a push without, just sending them completely all over the place. I mean, there's a lot more than that. But
you know what I equate it? You know what I equate it to? 190-mile-an-hour science project.
I mean, yeah, that is very true. I mean, these cars can get up to 210 plus going into the corner with a a good enough setup.
They look at them bottoming out. Tons of sparks here tonight. These guys running really low ride heights here, and you can see it as the cars bottom out through the corners.
Yeah, when I first started building sets, that's something that used to worry me about the side skirts dragging the track, but it's actually normal for these cars, come to find out. It's actually normal for a lot of the cars. You'll drag it, and it'll say you got damage, but realistically, you go in to get it fixed, and you don't.
Right. Does it upset the car any at all? The side skirts hitting like that?
Nah, I don't really think it does.
Yeah, you're kind of just trapping that air on that underbody of that race car, right? The way the underbody is designed, especially in the back, it kind of just traps the air up and under the car, and that's where most of your downforce comes from.
Yeah, it uses the diffuser in the back to kind of help hold the car to the ground. If you look under the rear of those cars, they got these huge diffusers, especially at these super speedways.
I mean, the spoiler does a little bit of work, but I don't feel like the spoiler does near as much work as the diffuser.
Yeah, it's just like I said earlier. These cars are weird with how they work with the draft and the air and stuff compared to the other ones. You got to set the ride heights completely different.
Yeah, and you're seeing that play out with the front of the field, right? You see that little bit of spacing they tend to be keeping. Working lap 7 on the board right now. What do you say we go to a quickie commercial break and we'll be right back?
Yeah, sounds good, man.
All right, let's go to it. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Right back here live from Daytona, Dakota. Not a little bit of action there while we were away.
Yeah, it looks like the 3 got into the 35 here. Had a huge run to try to go to the inside, and they just made a little bit of contact. 35 gets sideways and able to somehow get it back straight without too much damage, but very surprised there wasn't a caution called there.
And we got kind of lucky here with Dalton Gibson now leading, with Dango still stuck like glue. I would argue stuck like Gorilla Glue there in second. And if Dangle, see, here's the thing, Dangle does not have to try to pull out or anything, right? He can just kind of set where he's at with that points lead and kind of just ride it out. There's a 33, Zachary Stevens up there leading that top line in the 33 camp. And you're seeing, to your point from earlier, that top line starting to kind of fall apart.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of momentum and made their way up to the field, but every time they do, it's just like they lose it or something happens.
You see the 3
But
working.
the inside line working are really good.
You see the 3 machine working the bumper of the 33 really hard on the top right now. Does that make you nervous when they start working that hard on the back bumper?
Oh yeah, especially this early into the race, it worries me. As a driver, from the driver point of view, because all it takes is this one missed bump and it'll ship you right down the track.
Yeah, one miscue, one miscommunication, right?
And it is very easy to get off centered whenever you're going this fast.
Yeah, and you get over to the left or the right, and that's where the problem begins. Usually.
Yep. And then you're also trying to fight to get air to the car so you're not overheating it. There's just a lot of factors into that.
Again, like I said earlier and touched on, rolling science project. Right now, you can see Morris. There's Eddie Morris there in the 17 camp /8. Just rolling right on the bottom. The 88 there, Brad Sexton just in front of him. Everybody continuing just to keep it calm and steady at Daytona. Calm and steady, the name of the game right now. And of course, we'll have fuel stops here, and that's unbelievably hard as well. I may have messed that up last night, just being honest. Coming to pit road.
You got to make sure you come down with the right pack, because typically one of the packs will have some kind of mistake where someone just sends it in a little harder than someone else and causes a little bit of issue. Maybe not a caution, but just, you know, a loss of time, which is huge here when everybody's kind of just grouped up and within, you know, a second of each other.
Right. So my problem was, like, I couldn't get down with the main pack, right? I had to come with the secondary pack. Well, that killed me because then I didn't have the people to work with. It was one of them things. I didn't get to the bottom line quick enough. Which,
The real question is, did you win your bet?
I did win the bet. I ended up 7th on the night.
Well, that's all that matters. There you go.
Yes, yes. And I will say this, Brett over at Turn 3 Racing Network, man of his word, because as soon as I crossed the checkered flag, he's like, what's your PayPal, my guy? I think we'll do another one. We'll give him a shot back at it. It's always good to know there's actual, like, how do I want to word this? Good men out there still, right?
Yeah, man's only as good as his word, they say, right?
Right?
Because the outside line looks like they're starting to get formed up pretty good here. Someone else taking over the lead.
That would be Chase Greer taking over the front of the top pack.
Yeah, Chase Greer making good headway up there on that outside line as he's currently up into 4th place at the moment.
There's the 21, Dangle, nice and tight, but Chase, I think, does Dangle jump out of line or stay to the, he's going to stay on the bottom, and here comes Chase. Chase has got tons of help, too.
As good as that inside line has been, I doubt he's going to leave the inside line. I mean, he's had such good help there. They've been running well. The outside lines, you know, they've been up there a few times, but they tend to fall off. So I would just play it by ear and stay in the inside line personally.
Yeah, we were seeing that, too, with these next-gen cars one night ago, where that top lane would get there, but then it just couldn't stay there.
Yeah, I seen a race last week in this next gen where the outside line was just absolutely ripping. Like, I mean, 4 cars, nobody could keep up with them, just about it.
Really interesting how it ebbs and flows, right?
Again, it's just all on the setup you're running.
Dalton, Dangle, Chase Greer reading that outside line. Let's hop on with Chase. See what he sees up there up top. Nothing but clean air and alligators in front of him right now. Coming to what would be 60. Oh, getting closer to 65 to go. 65 to go here. That is going to be big too. We start getting clicking laps down in a hurry. 85 laps does not take long to go by here. We've got 69 to go right now. We'll have pit stops here in about another 10 laps to start breaking the field apart. So impressive here tonight. Very, very interesting to see how all this pans out here over the long run. Of course, Dakota LaRue in the booth with us here tonight. Dakota, I think this is the second show of yours on the channel this week.
Yes, sir. As I'm trying to get, you know, my name out there a little bit so we can
oh, trouble!
potentially grow.
Oh, boy. Oh, there we go.
And they're still having a little bit of issues back here, it looks like.
It was Tommy Cook, the first one to go around. Tommy goes off into, the 3 gets on the bottom. Tommy checks up, and the guys behind him just cannot check up fast enough. Wow.
Yeah, it looked like the 3 tried to get into a hole there, and the hole just quickly closed. And unfortunately, I mean, that's just super speedway racing, you know.
Yep.
3's able to maintain though, and get back up on the track for the most part from the looks of it.
Yes, sir. All right, we'll go to commercial break. When we come back, we'll be ready to go for the restart momentarily.
I will.
I'll bring you back. Alrighty, back here, Matt and Dakota in the booth yet again. Everybody came down pit road that time. Now we're back up and at it, Dakota, getting ready to go back to green here at Daytona.
Yes, sir. And we got Jonathan taking a wave around in the 38 car. The 17 actually missing his pit box going into pits that time and lost 4 spots. And Daniel Holloway is going to be taking over our lead with the 42 of Caro on his outside.
And yeah, to your point, we went to go to break to work on that real quick. And you had said before we left, and I'll reiterate it, That incident could have been a lot worse.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's a couple of people that's not happy, but I don't believe anyone was DNF'd out of that incident, and that should have been some pretty quick repairs for the most part.
It's better to be lucky than good some days at Daytona.
Yeah, like I said the other day, and it did make some people upset. This super speedway racing, while it does require skill and a certain amount of knowledge, is 80% luck and 20% skill.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, you have to get lucky that the other drivers know what they're doing.
Yes, yes. You can do everything right, but if somebody else makes the wrong move at the wrong time, everything you did right doesn't matter. Normally. Well, we shall see coming through 3 and 4 what we're looking at here. All right, Dakota, I'll let you take the call to green here, bud.
Uh, As the pace car's pulling off, we're heading into the restart zone. The 21 of Daniel Holloway is going to take us to the green this time, and he gets a wonderful jump. And the 31 of Todd Poston is right on his bumper. Inside line is working wonders at the moment, as the outside line looks like they're all over the place. And the 42 making a bold move there to get down on the inside and almost chopped somebody's nose and caused an incident there. But they're almost 3 wide battling for third place here with no help behind them. So this is going to be a very interesting, as the 17 of Dalton Gibson able to drop back to the inside, but unfortunately for that 42, he's just going to be stuck on the outside at the moment. He's finally getting some help catching up to him, but it's not looking good for them on the outside. Everybody's single filed out for the most part going into turns 3 and 4 here. There are 3 wide near the back of the pack. A lot of people all over the place. You got someone in the wall. They are racing hard back there at the moment. As we're finally getting it double filed back out, and that 42 leading the charge on the outside. The 17 jumping to the outside, trying to get back to the lead. As we have 3 lanes working at the moment. 17 getting a big push on the outside here. The 42 dropping to the middle. 17 coming down the block, and they lead the 15 out high and dry, but he's having help coming up in that 3rd lane there, as it looks like the 17 is going to lead this lap. Still 3 by 3 as we're going into 1 and 2. 17 almost clear on the inside, drops down in front of the 21 of Daniel Holloway, which I do not blame him for that, because they have been working well together all race. As we're seeing some action back here about 5th back, as they're 3 by 3, a couple people getting into the wall, and that outside line just absolutely dying down there as they're all falling back at the moment.
Yes, they are. Thank you for covering there a minute.
Oh, we have a wreck in the back.
Oh, no.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And they're still wrecking car around the 111. You know how it goes. The wifey needed to talk about wifey things.
Yes, sir. And it looks like that incident is going to be brought out because the one car got into the wall. Somebody tried to go on his inside and unfortunately caught his left rear and just turned him right down into the entire field there, as the 33 and a few other drivers involved in it got a couple of hard hits in the wall.
Yeah, very unfortunate that happened. You start just stacking them up there, right? And next thing you know, everybody's involved.
Yeah, one little slip up. It's hard to dodge an incident when you're going almost 200 mile an hour, especially in the corners, you know. These cars don't stop on a dime. It's kind of like an 18-wheeler. They got bad brakes.
Yeah, it takes them forever to slow down. You know, they talked about when this car came out how much bigger the brake was than the old car. It doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, these brakes are supposed to be a lot bigger, but they just seem like they just don't want to really slow the car down any.
It feels like you got brakes, but the brakes are friggin' Like, not even non-existent. You get on them and they just don't react. $25 complete here tonight. Everybody back single file. Yet again, let's see if we can. We're gonna go to pit road here, and when they come off pit road, we'll see if we can talk to somebody.
All right. And back to your point of brakes, I mean, I've seen drag cars hitting 200 plus to be able to slow down faster than these things with no parachute.
Yeah, there you go. Just one of those things, right? It just doesn't work that great.
As it looks like Gibson missing his pit box again, had to do a little small correct there and back up, but you're going to be able to get out of pits pretty quick here, and looks like he's going to be the first one off pit road.
Yes, sir. All right, let's see if we can talk to Daniel out of Candy Shack. It's the Candy Man. Get him up here. Daniel Holloway, you got a copy?
I do.
All right, you assumed the points lead after the last week. This week seems to be going to plan-ish for you.
So far, yeah. I just want to kind of stay up front, and a good race last week got me points lead, and I think about another 5 seconds I would have took the lead before that caution came out. But second place, 9 points. That's still big there. So. Long race tonight. Still got another stage, and got to finish good.
There you go. We'll move you back down to Candy Shack, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna move him down to the Candy Man.
Yeah, and Daniel actually going to have to try to work his way back through the field here, as he currently sits P9 and lost 6 spots under pit, I believe.
Yes, sir. And again, stage tonight. Lap 50, 25, and 50. So again, that's important as well. But, stage racing, those that like it. Those that don't. That's just one of those things.
And to your point, these drivers should have plenty of fuel to make it to the stage, I would imagine. There's a couple of people opting to come back down pits again to possibly make it to the stage. Maybe I was incorrect on my assumption there. Almost the whole field coming back down to pit lane.
They should be about close.
Comment. They heard my comment and said, let's prove them wrong.
There's like, let's mess with the new guy. They do that. Just saying. I've seen that happen multiple times, man.
It is what it is.
Gotta mess with the new guy. But, what's your thoughts on stage racing? Some like it, some don't.
I mean, I don't mind stage racing a bit. I mean, it kind of does help at some tracks when someone's just absolutely driving right with the race. And, some drivers tend to get stuff figured out halfway through the race or something, or maybe their car's better in the latter half of the race, It allows for them to have a chance to actually win the race. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. And you get awarded for doing good throughout the entire race. It's extra points. So, I mean, if you got a good car, and you're running good all day, you shouldn't, you should be happy with it. It's extra points going into your pocket, basically.
So, for me, my thoughts on it are this. It's going to be a really weird year in real life NASCAR next year if they get rid of the current playoff format, which I think they're going to.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having multiple races towards the end of the playoffs, though. I mean, that's not a big deal. That just goes to show, the true champions should be able to, do good at multiple tracks. It shouldn't just be one track and done. I can agree with that.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what leagues adopt the new format.
I think what they should do is, once you go into the playoff drivers should get their points reset, and then whoever has the most points after 16 races should just be the champion.
Yep. There you go.
I mean, that'll give you a little bit of old school with some new school.
Or do a 10 race.
As we're getting ready to go green this time.
Here you go. Green flag in the air. Back underway.
And Dylan getting a pretty good jump. Second place car, a third place car, Grayson not getting the best restart with them there, but they are slowly reeling them in here and about to give them a big push. Outside lane getting a decent restart that time, but it looks like most people opted to drop down to the inside, so it's only about 4 cars up here at the moment, as they're battling hard trying to keep up with the leader here.
Yeah, and as tight as this points battle was coming in, I do think you have to think about playoff points and what you do here for every stage, right?
Yeah, it definitely does play a factor. Keeping the points lead, I mean, you don't necessarily have to win every race, but finishing good at every race will definitely keep you the points lead. Just look at Chase Elliott. He all season didn't really win a lot, but he had the points lead going into the playoffs, if I remember correctly.
He did, and that's going to be the decision-making factor, right? How do you handle...
Not that it worked out for him, as he still didn't make it into the Final Four, and the 17 getting loose.
Oh, goodness.
That was a good save by him. Kept it out of the inside wall. It's just unfortunately he's going to lose the draft here.
It's can you hang on?
I'm not quite sure what happened there. From my point of view, it looked like he didn't really get a bad push or anything. It's like the car just randomly whipped around on him. But
Yeah.
Chase Greer going to be taking over our lead here in that number 40 Toyota Camry.
Chase able to grab the lead away and get in the line. So, again, Chase trying to get some playoff points here in stage 2. This, you got to go for it, man. I think points are too important here to stay back. Right? Especially when Daniel's got the lead and all these things that are happening.
We have a lab car having a little bit of radio connectivity issues. Luckily, he's staying up at the wall and everybody's able to get around him, but that's a little scary, Get up on a lab car and they're blinking all over the place. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Oh, you're fine, man. That blinking issue's been bad here recently. We had it last night as well.
Yeah, I've noticed there's been some people that don't normally have any connectivity issues that have been lagging recently, and it's been weird. iRacing has been having a lot of issues the past few weeks, and it just don't seem like they've fixed any of it.
Well, and right now, keep in mind, Code came in 13 points off of Holloway, so keep that in mind. We just wrapped stage 1. Daniel Holloway got 9 points there. Cody's going to have to really step up his process here to go get him. You cannot fall behind here.
Yeah, speaking of Holloway, he actually has gained about 6 spots as we went green here.
There he is. He's right back into the top 3. And, I think there's 2 ways to win a championship, right? You can dominate, which is great. Or you can do the paper cut method. Kill them with paper cuts. Just 1 point at a time, right?
Yep. And I would also like to shout out Darius here in the 39 Ford Mustang as our biggest gainer here, plus 16 spots from the grid.
16.
They gained 16 spots. That's a lot out of just 20 cars. I mean, running P2 currently.
Chase Greer continuing to lead. If we look at Chase coming into the problem for Chase, he was a little bit too far back. He was 21 points out coming in. So, I mean, that's a little bit of a gap to make up.
Yeah, getting this stage win here and possibly winning the race could turn that around a little bit, help him out.
Well, just this stage alone, not even counting stage 1. If it stays the way they run right now, that'd be a 2-point swing. So that would put him 19 out after the stage. So that's how quick you can start to eat into it if you play your stages right.
Yes, we have 3 cars trying to work the outside, but I believe they're going to have a little more help than that. As you notice, they're falling back here, not really making the momentum. As someone drops down to the inside, just leaving 2 up there. Probably need at least 4 or 5 cars with as many cars as are on the inside to really get that outside to work.
I appreciate the effort.
I mean, and to the point of making the outside work, a lot of people don't believe in this, but I believe if you run that outside line right up against the wall in the corners and come down in the triangle for side draft, you tend to go a little faster.
Yeah, I think so.
But a lot of people like to run that middle line and stay right on the side draft of the other vehicles.
I like to see guys try different lines, right? Don't get married to one way of doing things. You can date it, but don't get married to it.
As we're coming to lap 35 this time, about 15 until stage, or 16 until stage.
And the way it's set right now, Chase leads. Darius Daniel, Grayson, Noah Davis, Will Weber, Eddie Morris. There's the 42 back there as well. A little bit further back, but everybody at least the top 5, 6, 7, 8 cars continuing to be single file. Dumbendak starting to make the outside lane move. He's got a little bit of help there with looks like the 15 machine of Ethan. Those two will start to try to make the outside lane work. Now they got a third car. This is going to help them. Bottom lane checked up. Here we go. Russell leading them.
If I'm one of those drivers on the inside and the back, I'm probably going to hop up there to the outside. Is this getting crunch time to try to get some stage points here?
The problem with the cars hopping up, you would think it would help, but it can also kill the momentum of the top lane if people start hopping up, but that did not happen, and Dumbendak shoved Russell straight to the race lead.
Yeah, but I mean, if I was talking about if I'm in the back of the pack, I'm going to try to hop up to the outside and suck up to him.
Somebody give Robert Dumbendak a bottle of KY jelly, because he just squeezed his way down to the bottom lane. Wow. Take a look at this. Never mind, it wasn't done willingly. He kind of got forced. Got a bad bump on the right rear, and luckily, he had a hole to fall into.
Yeah, as everybody's single filed out for the moment. But what a great effort by the outside there to get towards the front of Ethan and Russ Hancock.
Rob's probably sitting there in the car going, oh my God.
Interesting number on that Russ's car there, 343. You don't typically see numbers like that in the NASCAR series.
Man, what a run. Russell, nice run.
It kind of looked like P2 was checking up there to get a run on our leader, but didn't do anything with it. Might have been trying to cool off the hot rod. And, you know, he did just give him a huge push to get towards the front.
And nice push. Nice job. Man.
Looks like a snake going down the backstretch there, bud. What do you think?
Yeah. Just kind of snaking along.
Yeah, all single filed out and just a little twitchy. No big deal. I mean, that's typical of these super speedways. But it just looks like a snake slithering across the ground.
Russell. He wanted to dominate. 39 on the board. Chase there as well. Man. They're just kind of snaking around here back single file, man. The snake. Well, take a look here now. We're seeing Ethan really get up on the back bumper of that leader. That's where it can get really dangerous because that leader's pushing all that air that's ahead of him. Insane racing here tonight. What do you think? Will we see him? What do you think at the end of the stage here? What point do you think these guys will hit pit road?
I mean, if I'm in the back and trying to flip the stage, maybe, you know, a couple laps right before the stage, but I don't think we're going to see them hit pit road until that caution flag flies. Unless they're just short on fuel. As we only got about 10 laps to go before stage.
Yeah, I mean, 10 to go, and you know it's going to get crazy as we draw to the end of the stage as well.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. We had a lot of people trying to make that outside line work, but it seems like it's calmed down for the most part. We've been single file the past probably 5 laps. 'Cause, Ethan is pushing really hard right on Russ's bumper and kind of getting a little squirrely doing so.
Yeah, and I mean, pushing that hard is so dangerous, man.
Yeah, they actually pulled away the top 3 there for a little bit, and that allowed the 4th place of Robert to get a pretty good run here that he might be able to take this time
Can
if he
he get a
decides to
run?
do so. It seemed like he was, but he might just be back here saving a little bit of fuel at the moment.
Just kind of relax for a minute and let it ride, right? Russell Hancock continuing to lead.
So if they're being a stage at lap 50, that should leave us about 35 laps for running the race.
So, with that amount of laps ready to go, what are you thinking here? With 42 on the board, if you're a driver, do you want to be up near the front? Do you want to be near the end? What do you think we need to
I
do?
mean, for instance, if I'm the points leader, Mr. Holloway there, I'm gonna be fine with the P6 for the stage finish. I'm gonna be more focused on not jumping my car to make it to the end of the race. And then, like, if I'm in the back, I'm probably gonna be trying to make a move to the outside just to get a few extra points here. Even if it's just 1 point, you know, getting in 10th or something, I'm gonna try to be finding some people to work together with to try to make that outside line work. As we're coming, you know, 7 laps to the stage here. I mean, you really need to start getting a plan formulated to try to get something going.
I'm running out of time very quickly as well. 4 stages at least, right? You got to start moving if you're going to get there. Russell Hancock taking a look near. We got this, man. These guys just absolutely going at 44 completely.
Yeah, right now my thought process is, I mean, they're single filed out, but they've got just a couple people making this outside line work. Not really even on each other's bumpers, and they're still gaining a little bit of ground here. It seems like a lot of people trying to wait until the last second to make a move for this lead. That is a view you don't see very often. 2 cars on the outside just pushing straight to the lead here. A lot of these drivers seem like they're trying to save fuel. They might just be just a little short of making it.
Well, and that's the thing, just a little bit short's all it takes, right? Really
Yep, as we're
mixes
seeing more
things
people
up.
come down from pit road.
Yep, there they go, down on the brakes hard here. Man, nice, and he does it. Man, this race has been really interesting tonight, man.
Yeah, it's blowing my mind that outside line is able to stay hooked up the way they are without having the 3rd car up there. You don't normally see that as they're going to drop down to the inside here after they clear by Russ in the 343. New leader, Brad Saxton in the 88. Nice, beautiful nationwide on paint scheme.
Well,
We have some more takers to pit lane this time.
Yep, and we're continuing to see them dive down. And we're at least somewhat getting through all this, right? And but I did not expect this to become a pit road party, buddy.
Well, you know, these drivers are going to have to pit this time by, or if they need to, or they're just going to have to risk running out of fuel. As I'm pretty sure pit road closes with 2 to go for the stage. Could be wrong though.
I think so. Man, this has been such an epic race, though, man.
As the whole entire front pack coming down to pits this time.
There we go. Everybody on the brakes, and everybody did a good job getting down, except for Brad Sexton. He will get a pit road speeding penalty.
Yeah, that 199 of Matthew Williamson. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to butcher your name there. Locking his wheels up coming into the pits. I honestly thought he got a black flag as well.
Go, that's insane.
That's very unfortunate for Brad Sexton there, as you know, that's going to put him in the back after coming to the stage.
Well, there you have it. We'll be hanging tight for the moment at least.
Those 3 cars just blew by everybody that was in the pits there. Gonna be Robert, Eddie, and Will getting their lap back.
.48 on the board. Daniel Hallway clean the lead. Sorry about that. Coming to lap 49 this time by.
Yeah, watch this 3 car.
Oh,
They
here's
have
the
a
move.
huge run.
And he's clear, man.
Yeah, good push from that 33 as well, and 40 following right behind him. I'm not sure if all 3 of them is going to be able to clear here, as the inside line has picked up a 3rd car.
I don't know if they'll all get clear, but that was a nice push. And there you go.
Yeah, Kirby's now got the choice if he wants to drop to the inside or try to keep the outside going.
Well, at least right now he's staying to the outside, man.
As they're coming up on the lap car of the 88 there, who just lets him right by. No harm, no foul. Still, the 3 cars leading the race at the moment.
And at
Kirby's
the
doing
stripe, we should see one to go in stage here.
All right, inside line is getting a lot of cars up there. Kirby's really going to have to make a decision on if he wants to stay on that outside or not, as they're about to have a good amount of momentum on this backstretch, most likely. Although there are 3 cars that decided to jump up to the top here and try to make a move.
All the way going to slip to 3rd here.
They're making their own lane. As the 17 decides to drop to the bottom, 3 comes down the block.
Oh,
Buddy, he's all over the place. That 17 said, "You want to block me? I'm not lifting, bud."
and still not lifting out of turn 4, coming to what should be the end of stage. Oh, look at
17's getting run
look
on the
at
outside at the
Grayson.
drag race to the line.
I think the 17's
Yeah,
going to get it. He
17's
does.
gonna get it.
He'll win the stage. Now we continue. Stage points are done. Wow. That was crazy.
Oh, they not call a caution for the stage?
Yep, they quit doing that. I do believe they quit calling them. So, wow, nice work. Which question?
Yeah, the 10.
Would you like stages to work like this in real life, where you just have the stage and you keep going?
No, I think I'd rather have the stage break. That way, you know, you can go in and get your tires and all that at the stage break. I think it makes for good strategy before the stage, like fuel saving and such.
Well, now you're 52 on the board. Now Kirby got the stage. So how quick do you come back down after stage? That's the other question. 'Cause we all know you race really hard this stage, right? Like, do you just kind of slide back and get back in line?
I don't believe the 17 won that stage. I actually think the 17 was a lap down. As he's
You were
currently scored in
correct. I
17th
missed
place.
that. I missed that.
So stage still gonna go to Kirby, I believe, in that 3 car.
I believe so.
And Daniel Holloway taking back over the lead of this race.
Daniel
3 car
Holloway's,
jump.
Daniel Holloway's so good at this style of racing, man.
Yeah, I really like that 33 paint scheme, by the way, of the Spring movie.
You like
Also like the 31 breast cancer awareness M&Ms.
you like the Scream show?
Yeah, I like Scream. It's pretty good. My wife loves it, and I like to watch it with her.
There you go. What'd the wife have to say that I was dragging you in the broadcast booth here tonight, by the way?
Nothing. My wife's not home at the moment.
Well, that's an easy way to get away with it.
My wife's excited that I found something I like, and I'm able to, you know, make a little change here and there.
Right? Caro back here as well. Holloway continuing to lead 54 on the board. We're already down to 30 to go, buddy.
Yeah, this race is just blazing by. We've only had one caution so far. I mean, some pretty good saves and stuff from some of these drivers as well. And overall, just some great racing here.
Yeah, it's been a fun night, dude. Honestly, a really
Yeah, I
fun
feel
night.
bad for saying the 17 won the stage, but I forgot earlier he got uh I'm not quite sure why he got loose, but he got sit down to the inside and missed the wall and got back up to speed, and I completely forgot about that. So he's in need of a caution at the moment.
Just needing that yellow flag fever to come out to help him out just a little bit. 30 to go. Daniel Holloway leads here. What do you say we do a little bit? Crank it up.
That was good, buddy.
All right, crank it up, everybody. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. As we currently have a group of lap down cars passing for the lead here. Our battle is going to be between the 21 and the 200 here, as the 88 and give me 1 second. Sorry about that. The 88 and the 33 are currently a lap down, and that'll be Zach and Brad. So Daniel Holloway still leading as the outside line deforms there. Oh, and we got a big wreck on the backstretch there. Someone head on into the wall. Give me a second. I'm not able to change the view at the moment because our broadcaster had to go take care of something, but I will do this like we're over the radio. Alrighty. So the incident's going to be between Dalton, Gibson, and that 17 and the 11 of Gary. And it kind of looks like Gary tried to come up in front of the 17 there, ended up kind of spinning himself off the 17's nose, right into the wall, and just unfortunate for that 11 car, as he's the only one that really got a lot of damage out of that. As we're pacing here under caution, we're going to take a look. Our leader, Daniel Holloway. We have Todd in second, Grayson in third, the 40 of Chase in fourth. Fifth is going to be held down by the 83 of Kirby. And after we get through the pit cycle here, we'll see how this changes between our top five here. If anyone makes any bold strategies or anything as they're coming down pit road this time. Alrighty, it looks like Todd is going to win our race off pit road, followed by Kirby. Daniel falling back to third and Grayson in fourth. Jonathan taking over the fifth spot in that 38 Chevy. It appears the 54 of Noah Davis is going to be trying to take a wave around this time to get a lap back. Pace lights are off on the pace car. We should be going green this time after they get back to the restart zone. Alrighty, as the pace car should be pulling off here any moment. Now, we only have about 4 cars on the outside lane.
Green, green, green.
All right, we're back. Oh my God, guys, you
Oh.
can't make this shit up. You want to inform the public?
Yeah, apparently old man needs a cane and he fell down.
Help a phone that I can't get up. Jesus
Man,
Christ.
he's life alert. As we are back, green flag are racing Todd on the point and Daniel right behind him. As that outside lane literally disintegrated moments after we went green flag there.
Right? I normally don't say this on air, but the fiance just said moments ago, Dakota, I did not know I married a man that needed life alert. Well, apparently I do. 63
Need
on the
life alert
board.
and a set of depends. Life alert and a set of depends. I'll mail you some diapers right after this race.
Shit, bro, if you can't joke about it, what's the fun in life, right?
I mean, if you don't trip on air at least once in life, are you really walking?
Yeah, exactly. It's Todd, it's Daniel, inside the top 10 with Grayson, Ethan, and Tommy right there as well.
Yeah, as we're finally getting the outside line formed up back there about, fifth spot now as two more cars hop up there. And, well, third spot now is even more cars hop up to that outside line, leaving the two leaders currently kind of just floating about by themselves as the inside line is fighting to catch back up here.
Fighting to catch back up. And I tell you what, with 64 on the board, man, I don't know how far out there you want to get. You get risky getting ran down.
Yeah, just as the three car hops to the outside, I had a huge run, just unfortunately too soon as he had no help and is going to fall right back and off pace for a second. And they are squirrely. It looks like the. Give me 1 second. It kind of looked like the 10 of Grayson did not want to be behind the 3 there.
Right.
The 83 of Kirby. And that lost him quite a bit of momentum and time on the outside line there, as the inside is just kind of on cruise control at the moment.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You just got to kind of get right and ride at this point.
Yeah, and Kirby actually going around the 3 on the outside there, and the 3 said nah and dropped down to the inside lane, forcing a hole open there,
He's
as
like,
he really did not have room for that.
he's like, nah, fam, you ain't going there, fam.
I mean, I can understand the 3 car being a little frustrated, as you know he hopped up there to help, and Kirby kind of just leaving him high and dry there, but that really hurt the outside line's momentum these past few laps, as the inside line's just formed up and working very well together.
20 to go here tonight. That's where we're getting down to go time here tonight, man. This race, to your point, has went by in a hurry.
Yes, we're seeing more cars try to hop up to the outside line again, and instantly deciding to go right back to the inside. At some point, somebody's going to have to go
pit road there as well. At least one
Oh,
car
that's
down.
See who that is momentarily. Noah Davis going into pits. Not quite sure what happened there. He might have took a wave around or something on the last caution, just didn't have enough fuel to make it.
Yeah, and again, 19 laps to go here tonight, and these guys getting it settled in, getting going right now. 19 laps to go.
Yeah, 19 to go, and I'm already seeing some very ballsy move. People making a few holes and trying to get themselves up in a good position for the end of this race. And we're finally getting some people staying on the outside consistently, but Kirby just not wanting to push anybody and trying to go around and causing another issue, and the outside lane's just fading back now as they were making a little headway there.
Yes, sir. Just doing exactly what you need to do. Make that headway right now.
Yeah, but if they're going to make headway, I mean, somebody's just going to have to settle to be the pusher. Like, they can't necessarily, or they don't have to necessarily lead the line. And it doesn't matter who decides to do it, but if you can't stay formed up there, it's never going to work. That is for sure.
Yes, sir. And then continuing to do battle right now. Man, this is so much fun to watch, right?
Yes, I'm seeing some very interesting moves here the past few laps. As the outside lane is starting to form up yet again and making some headway at the moment. So how long does the outside lane work together like this before something happens? As you see there was a big wiggle out of the leader there.
Wiggledy, 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 yeah.
Yeah, such a wiggle I started getting a tongue twister and couldn't talk.
Such a wiggle, we're wiggling sideways. All right, 17 to go here.
Oh, is there a
Oh.
car going around on the apron?
Oh, Ricky Bobby.
Ooh. We got some people coming down for pits, and that was a very scary moment there, as I thought there was a lap car about to come up and take out LePage the field.
Yeah, he just about came up the field and took him out, buddy.
But luckily enough, he was able to keep it down on the apron long enough for everybody to get by him there. But that was a very wild moment.
Yeah, it was. That was
So-
insane. That was
Yeah, some
so
people
close
coming down
to
the
being-
pits early. That might not be a bad strategy, as they're going to be able to get up to speed and possibly gain some time on our leaders here, working together in a little bit of a smaller pack. As the leaders probably still have to pit right before the end of this race. Some more people coming down taking pit road this time.
Man, it's pit road is such a important part right now.
Yeah, as Todd and Holloway working this inside line really well. You know, Holloway isn't necessarily all over his bumper, but keeping the good aero push and keeping his car cool enough that he can keep a good, the momentum up. Zach able to make his way up to third in that 33 Toyota machine. And Kirby still trying to get that outside lane to work, and just not enough help up there at the moment, as a lot of people have pit.
Yeah, just absolutely digging it right now, man.
So how you feeling after your life alert incident? You feeling a little okay now? Yeah, you all right, but
Yeah, I'm a little bit okay after my little life alert incident. Yeah. Just decided to. Oh my God, who was that?
Yeah, I believe that's Jonathan, as he just stopped on the track. No, he spun coming out of the pits, got a little bit off of the apron onto the yellow line, and he just stopped right there on the apron to keep from coming up in front of everybody, it looks like.
I tell you what,
That was very close.
he was going to need a life alert if that went different there.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how there was not a caution for that. I'm going to be 100% honest, but iRacing's a little weird sometimes. I've seen them throw cautions for way less.
Well,
As Todd's still on the point.
believe it or not, we're down to 13 to go, buddy. Dangling
Yeah,
Todd, the
gonna be-
top two dominating.
I'm going to be very interested to see when these leaders decide to come in a pit, and if anyone comes with them to help them.
This is going to be insane.
But that was unfortunate for Jonathan there that he just got loose on the apron, but good job by him to get that stopped in time to not come completely up on the track, and everyone was able to avoid it there.
Yes, sir. Everybody going to hang on, 13 to go. Man, everybody just trying to figure this out coming through here. You think Dango's got a shot at getting this done?
I do, but I don't really think he's worried about winning. I think he's just worried about finishing good, as he hasn't really tried to make any moves the entire race to necessarily get to the lead. He's been okay just being in a pusher role, which, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't mind being second place, because that's a good place to be coming to the last lap, get that big run and get around the leader.
Decisions with 12 to go.
All right, let's see if anyone else is going to be taking pits this time.
Man, oh man.
As we're going into coming out 4. No takers.
No takers quite yet. And again, I'm impressed with what I've seen, man. This has been a fun night overall.
Yeah, it looks like 80 Morris is going to be leading that second pack in 11th spot. It got about 6 cars with them behind them and picking up another car as well. So they are probably going to make some ground up on our leaders currently as the gap is starting to slowly close in.
Just closing
About 35 seconds
slowly.
back, and the leaders possibly still need to pit here.
10 to go. Who would be your pick to go to victory lane here tonight, bud?
I mean, Daniel sitting in P2 is in a really good spot. Grayson, also a good choice. He's been near the front some. I mean, it's really going to come down to who's where on these closing laps. But Daniel's just been in the right place at the right time all race. He's just been kind of chilling, not really trying to lead, constantly in the front the entire time.
9 to go this time. Everybody right to the bottom. Trying to figure it out. The 17 with a run up top. Here we go. They're starting to stack up, buddy. Man, I believe this outside line might have a run at it, buddy.
Yeah, and if this outside line has got a lap car leading it at the moment, but it's definitely making some headway. But these drivers back here that already pit are really closing in on our leaders at the moment. And if our leaders end up having to pit, they might fall behind them.
Well, it's always hard when you're trying to figure out what you need to do here. Right?
Yep. Second pack now has 7 cars being led by Will Weber. And as our leaders are going down pit,
here we go.
Grayson often to stay out. Grayson and
go.
Ethan. All right, second pack is just now getting to the entrance of pit road coming out of turn 4 here. Still being led by the 92 of Will.
Yes, sir.
And our leaders are coming out in the first pack are coming out of pits right now. So it's going to be really close here as they are going to have more momentum.
8 to go.
All right. Daniel actually getting the edge out on Todd here coming out of pits. Going to be possibly assuming over a race lead as the 10 and the 15 are currently pit. And that second pack chugging right along. A lot of momentum.
7 to go this time by. 7 to go, buddy. We're down to it.
Yes, sir. As Grayson and Ethan will be coming off pits this time.
Man, 7 laps to go. This is going to be very interesting here tonight. 7 to go, and they're right to the bottom here. Running through these pit stops as well. This has been a crazy race.
Yeah, and that second pack getting caught back up to the lead pack here now that they're pitting. It's still anybody's race with 7 laps to go.
So again, 6 to go this time. Man, this
Daniel Holloway after the pit cycles. Go ahead.
Daniel's got it, but I think we're gonna have a big time friggin' battle to the end, buddy.
Oh yeah, as Will Weber making that outside lane work again. It looks like the 40 was thinking about hopping up there and opted not to.
Right.
As the outside lane really just has not had the stability to really get towards the front here most of the race. But that 92 being pushed by the 99 definitely making it work as they're completely locked on bumpers here. And I don't think Daniel minds that at all, as he kind of seemed like he wanted to get behind them. As you know, the last lap being in first is typically not the place you want to be.
Right. And you got to plan and strategically with this, man.
Yeah, 5 to go as we cross the line this time.
5 laps to go this time by the field. Going to continue to strike for the end here tonight. This is going to be great. Coming to the end very soon.
Yeah, as we have about 10 cars in this front pack here. We got 3 cars a little bit behind them trying to gain some ground of Kirby, Ethan, and Gary, but I'm not quite sure they're going to have enough time to make it up as we're coming to 4 to go this time.
4 laps to go.
I got a feeling we're about to see things heat up. What do you think, bud?
I think so too. Gonna really heat up here at the end, man. This is gonna get wild and caution.
Oh, caution. That's going to throw a wrench in some plans here.
Not sure who it was.
Kirby and that number 83.
Having issues.
That's that pack back there trying to catch up, and unfortunately, it kind of looks like Ethan was trying to get a little bit of air, and unfortunately, just right hooked Kirby.
Right. There we go. So caution out, 4 to go here tonight. What do you say we go to a commercial break before we come back to this wild ending?
That's fine by me, buddy.
All right, welcome back, everybody, and we're back at it again here. It'll be a 3-lap dash to the end. Dakota LaRue and Matt in the booth here tonight, ready to roll. This is going to be a green-white checkered, my guy. This should be a heck of a run to the end.
It's going to be a hell of a battle as long as they can make it to the white flag, I believe.
Well, I think they'll make it, that's for sure.
once they make it to the white flag, you know, all gloves are off. If you get wrecked, you get wrecked. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it works.
There you go. Well, we're ready to do it, man. This is going to be a showdown for the ages.
Yes, sir. As Will Weber is going to be leading us back to the green here with Robert on his outside. Daniel Holloway is currently in third, and Todd in fourth.
Yep, 3 laps to go, ready to do battle here. Who's your pick to get it done here tonight?
I've still got to go with Mr. Holloway there, as he's been in a perfect position this whole race just to get exactly what he needs on the last lap here.
There you go. One more go at it. Here we go. 3 laps to go. Coming at you, lights off on the pace car. So, boy, let's see what we can do. Who would be your pick here, man? I'm just not sure. I'm going to go with Dumb and Duck, I think.
He's going to have to get a really good restart on his outside, as the outside line's not been getting good restarts for the majority of the race here. And our pace car should be pulling off any moment.
Here we go. Coming at you.
All righty. Boogity boogity boys.
Boogity, boogity,
Let's go
boogity.
racing.
Boo. Green flag in the air. Let's go.
Outside lane getting a pretty good start this time.
Nice job. 2 to go.
Side by side battle.
Man, this is going to be an epic battle to the end, buddy. 2 to go.
Yeah, as the outside line seems to have the edge at the moment, but anything can change as, you know, they're going to be pushing really hard. And at any moment, anyone could cause an accident, as the 99 and 31 are going to be cleared to drop to the inside if they choose to do so. And it looks like the 99 will choose to do that.
Big push.
Robert
there.
to the point.
Coming to 1 to go, buddy.
Yep, got a big run coming on the outside by the 31, being pushed by the 40 of Chase Greer. 31 almost trying to self-clear itself.
Oh,
and unfortunately,
no.
the white flag is out, so there will not be a caution.
No yellow. Jeez almighty.
Chase taking over the point, followed by Brad. Grayson currently sitting third.
And now
These drivers going to be able to get a run.
it's going to be Grayson, Brad. Daniel to 4th. Here comes the outside line. Here we go. Will Weber able to get the lead.
Yep, Grayson dropping down to the inside. Oh, the 82 spinning. That is not what you want to see, as that is going to leave the 10 a sitting duck for the 88 possibly here, but I don't think he's going to have enough time.
I don't think so either, and it's going to be Grayson getting it done with Brad and Daniel right there behind them. How about that?
What an eventful last lap. They crashed right before they crossed the line going to the white flag, and unfortunately our racing not able to call the caution there. And Grayson coming out with a win there, as a couple of bad pushes caused another incident behind him and let him get a pretty good gap coming out of 4.
Well, there we go. And again, that big incident that kind of stacked them up as well that caused that, man. All right. What do you say we get ready to talk to these guys?
Yes, sir. Sounds like a plan.
Let's see if we can get them up in here. Oh, my Discord will decide to not be goofy. All right, there we go. Man, that was fun.
That was definitely an interesting finish, as I expected it wreck, but I expected it coming to the line on the last lap. I didn't expect it right before we took the last lap there.
Go to Grayson. How about that, Grayson, buddy?
How's it going? Hey,
Well-
looks like I pulled up here.
Yes, sir. Well, what do you think at the end of that one?
It was crazy. I don't know how I ended up here.
You just ended up there, huh?
Kept her straight.
Kept her straight and got it done, right? That's all that matters.
Yeah, I just saw the run and then tried to keep her in front of Will.
Well, man, they
Yeah,
can't
it
ask
appeared
for
a couple
much more.
drivers behind you got an accident there.
Go ahead, buddy.
Go ahead.
You're good. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. A couple drivers behind you got in an accident there coming out of four, and you had a pretty good gap. I mean, a hell of a win, bud. Is there anything you would have done different to try to get your win there?
Probably just not hook my teammate in the first 10 laps, so we could have had a more oriented runs up at the front, because after that I was just kind of stuck. It all ended up working out in the long run anyways.
Fair enough. Matt, you got any more questions for him?
No, I don't, man. What a run here tonight. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. That's Grayson, your winner here tonight, everybody. Man, that he's got to be excited about that, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely always happy when I get a win. So.
Okay, double checking my scoring here versus yours. Who you got scored second?
Mr. Saxton.
Okay, double checking because it tried to throw a penalty on him on my end, but I don't think that's accurate. I don't think he's got a penalty.
Let me double check real quick.
Hey, Brad, you got us?
Yeah, I got you.
So according to timing and scoring, you're P2, bud.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it out my windshield too.
10-4. It tried to give you a ghost black flag on my end, but you're good. I was confused there for a
I
minute.
can't imagine what that's for.
Who knows? It's iRacing. Well, what do you think, P2 here tonight?
Whew, it was a wild finish, that's for sure. But I needed it. I didn't do too great in the stages, so I guess this will help salvage some points. But we need to have more of these finishes.
There we go, man. Well, the wreck and the chaos. What'd you think of that?
It was hard to tell what was happening. You know, I was happy every time I made it through.
Well, congratulations on making it through, buddy.
Thanks, man. Hopefully we can do this next week. We need to do it a couple times.
Yep, just about 3 or 4 more times, right?
Yeah, I think. Not quite sure, but
all right, Dakota, you got anything for him?
I believe you had someone spinning off your nose there, going into 4, like they were completely sideways in front of you. Was it, I think it was you. How'd you feel about that moment?
well, what it looks like is the 40 had Chase Greer and Will Weber got into it in front of me. And all I knew is just keep it low. Hopefully they wash out high. And that's exactly what happened. But I just needed a couple more car lengths or somebody on my bumper to get up to that W. But it wasn't meant to be.
Still a hell of a job, man, bringing home P2. I mean, you don't necessarily like to see the wrecks of these super speedways coming to the closing laps, but I mean, at the end of the day, it still benefited you, correct? So.
Yeah, it worked today. Last week it didn't. So we're 50-50.
There we go, big sexy.
It does happen like that sometimes, but you have a good one, bud.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, see you next time, Brad. All right, one more to do, and that's Daniel Holloway. Let's go see where Daniel is located. See if I can grab him. There he is. P3 here tonight. P3 for you here tonight, Daniel.
How's it going, guys?
I'm doing. How about you?
You know, I say a clean car all the way to the end. I'll take that tonight.
And 4-man clean car better than me. So hey, good run.
Yeah, it was a good one. Just stayed up front. You know, just playing. You know, mirror wise as far as what we're gonna do. That last restart, I didn't want that caution there because I knew it was gonna get hectic on that last restart that we just had because it was all in go. I was sitting third, and my teammate behind me, and we were in the driver's seat on that one. So we would have had a nice run or give them a good challenge there. But I'll take third. Another good points night. Second in the stage and fourth in the stage and third. So I'll take it. Keep adding those points. That's the main thing.
Yes, sir. Well, again, congratulations. Great work, and add those points together. Cody, what do you got for him?
Damn, those closing 2 laps, you got a very close call, both of them. Especially they're coming out of turn 4 or right before turn 4. You had a car spin right in front of y'all, and then what was your thought process during that? Did you think he's gonna get taken out with him, or?
I was watching that and I was gonna dip below the yellow, so I saw that happening and just hold the wheel and pray you didn't get the rear end just enough to touch and hit the wall. So luck was on my side tonight. Especially come to the white flag too, because all I saw was Weber's bumper, and I didn't see nobody. I saw Todd, backwards when we started a start-finish line on the white flag, and I'm like, "Did you just wreck?" And I see more people wrecking, and I was just so glued to Will's bumper and keep focused and keep that momentum going.
Yes,
That's
sir.
very fair. You got anybody you want to shout out or anything before we let you go?
Oh yeah, for sure. You guys up in the booth? Glad to have you up in the booth too. Candy Shack boys, Todd and Russ. I know Tyler is out tonight, but those two guys they're helping me a lot. So especially for this playoff run, I know they're not in there, but they're still fighting for the top dog for the non-playoff points. But shout out to those guys and. His cookies and cream car, boy, it looked good under the lights tonight. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, I think you did a really good job. You were in position to win that race, especially on the closing laps there. You was right where you needed to be. So, hell of a job, Ben. I see you being up in the front next week as well. So,
Yeah, sounds good. Different car. Let's see different outcome and keep the momentum going. So 2 down, 4 to go.
yes, sir. Well, anyways, I believe we're going to let you go. You have a good night. Celebrate your third place finish there.
Hey, you guys have a good night.
Yes, sir. We'll see you then, man. Have a good night.
You too, bud.
All right, Dakota. That's going to do it for another one here tonight, buddy.
Yes, sir. It was a good race to watch. A lot of close calls and some good battling there for a little bit. And what a exciting finish. I mean, a lot of cars, probably some people mad that they got taken out, but it's a good from the broadcaster point of view. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to get on out of here, buddy. All right, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you guys next time. Me and Dakota will be back. Maybe Wednesday together. We'll see. Anyway.